Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today, we've got another Naruto character review for you, and today we're going to be talking about Inari from Naruto. So, first off, spoilers, although it's fairly early on, so probably not a lot of spoilers if you're reasonably caught up on the show, or just reasonably far into the show, like this is from a long time ago. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get started. So, Inari. We first meet him during the Bridge Builder arc, which is like the first arc of the show, because he is the grandson of Tazuna, the Bridge Builder. When you run into him, he's just a little kid. Like Naruto, they're like, maybe 12 or something. He's maybe like 6, 8, I don't know, hard to say. But he's considerably younger than, Naruto and his friends. And when he sees them there to help, protect his grandfather against, Gato and his gang, he is just like, go home. You're wasting your time. There's no hope. Like, he's very, very pessimistic about the whole situation because, well, he's got some reason to be pessimistic. You find out his backstory that apparently, as a kid, when he was little, he used to, he used to be very weak and cry a lot. And then he met his new stepdad one day when he almost drowned to death because some bullies threw his dog into the ocean. And then when he got upset about it, they kicked him into the ocean too. So and ended up his dad ended up saving him, which he ended up like admiring his dad after that. Like, this guy wasn't even his dad; he was just some random fisherman at the time. But he ended up getting along with Inari and ended up marrying Inari's mom and becoming a part of their family. At least I assume he married their mom. Like, he became a part of their family, and I think she referred to him as her husband. So, yeah. They ended up becoming very close because Inari never knew his real dad. And this guy ended up becoming a hero in the village when the village was in danger of flooding one day. He swam across a river in order to secure a rope. The river was like crazy strong. I think it was like a canal or whatever. And like they were trying to close it, but they had to get to the other side to do it. And like he pushed himself through it. Got to the other side, secured the rope, and then everyone was able to pull and shut it, and he saved the village that day. And everybody, especially Inari, admired him for it. Especially, Inari had his life saved once by this guy. So, yeah. But then one day, when all the trouble in the village started with Gato closing everything down, that's when his dad, Kaiza, I just remember the name, decided that he was going to try and stop that, and he was going to he was going to stand up to that because he's the hero, and didn't go so well. He ended up being tortured, beaten to death, and then I think he was actually crucified. Like, pretty grim stuff right there. With everybody watching too. So rough stuff. Really rough stuff. And yeah, he ended. And after that, everyone's hopes were dashed, and they believed that the hero couldn't exist. Inari more than anybody. All he ever did was cry. And him and Naruto got into some fights because Naruto very much believed in, becoming the hero, getting off your butt and doing something about things, not just crying all the time. And on top of that, he'd been through some pretty rough stuff too. Like, he kind of understood the isolation that, Inari was going through. So they had their rough go of it, but in the end, the two became buddies after Naruto saved him and his mom. Because basically what happened was during that whole arc, Inari and his mom got attacked by a couple of Gato's thugs while Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura were out guarding Tazuna on the bridge. Naruto had actually ran off ahead to go join up with them, but he had used his excellent sleuthing powers to go and track down the thugs that were attacking them. And by excellence, and the reason why that's in air quotes is the guys were reckless as all heck. Like, they literally slashed up a boar and then just were slashing up random trees with their swords just because. And Naruto saw this boar that was attacked, and he saw all the tree slashes with the swords, and he's like, "Huh, let's follow that. That seems like a problem. Let's see where that's going." And he followed that back to Inari's house. At which point he took down the thugs, saved Inari and his mom, who, were in a lot of trouble at that time. Originally, Inari's mom had decided to sacrifice herself to save Inari, but then he decided to be bold and stand up to them. And which point they were about to kill him when Naruto stepped in. And Naruto praised him for that. At which point that kind of gave Inari his confidence back. Although honestly, if Naruto hadn't been there, like, that would have been a really stupid move on Inari's part. Let's be real, he would have died there. Although and I probably wouldn't have accomplished much. Although he probably would have regretted it for a long time, because Inari's mom, it probably would have been a good go of it for her. Those guys were not the nicest looking guys. So yeah. Anyways, so that was happen. After Naruto saved him, they had a little talk. Naruto had earlier insulted him for crying, and now Naruto was like, no, it's okay to cry when you're happy, and it's like, we need to, like, save and after that, they became friends. He started to look up to Naruto. And then he actually ended up leading all the other villagers in a fight to go save the bridge, because he saw Naruto head back off, and after that they were pretty sure the bridge was under attack. So Inari led a band of villagers to help them, and it was not an easy go. Like, no one wanted to help him at first, but he was persistent, and eventually some of the adults decided, we should step up. We can't let this kid go out alone. Mainly his uncle decided to help step up, because his uncle's wife, like his aunt, decided to be like, "Yo, you can't let this kid go out alone. That's not cool." So yeah. Then they and when they showed up, they successfully repelled the bandits with the help of Naruto and Kakashi, who were pretty beat up at the time, because they just got done with some pretty bad fights, but they had just enough strength to help out with that, and everything kind of went well. Him and Naruto had a pretty good relationship. Leaving, had a weird little awkward, like, kind of bro cry fest weird thing. I don't even know what to call it. That's kind of how the last time we ever really see Inari. You see him a little bit much later in the show. This one's a bit of a spoiler, so yeah. But you see him show up later after the village after the Leaf Village gets destroyed, and he's helping repair it. And there's really not much to say with that. He just kind of talks to Naruto, and I think it was like a segue for a filler arc that happened afterwards or something like that. But yeah, not arc. It's like just a segue to a filler episode. It was weird. Anyways, that's basically Inari. He's, fairly crucial character early on. Helped Naruto develop his character a little bit. Naruto helped inspire this kid more than anything. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. Maybe subscribe for more videos. I mostly do Dungeons & Dragons 3.5, but I do these Naruto character reviews pretty regularly. So yeah, ring that notification bell so you never miss out on a video. And as always, I'm Mitch, and I'll be seeing you